Farsi, also known as Persian, is spoken by around 110 million people around the world and is the official language of Iran, Afghanistan, where it is known as dari, and Tajikistan, where it is known as tajiki. The language is also spoken in nearby countries, such as Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Turkmenistan, as well as throughout the Arab world. If you would like to learn how to speak Farsi, start with basic greetings in conversation. Knowing essential vocabulary can also help you understand more Farsi. If you are traveling in a country where Farsi is spoken, you may also need to know how to ask for help. Movafagh. Good luck. So, we are going to watch about the how to say most common words in Farsi.
Method 1. Adding essential vocabulary.
First is start with bale and nakhia for yes and no. These are two of the most basic words in any language, and essential if you're navigating in an area where Farsi is spoken. If someone offers you something, add thank you to the end by saying nakhia. Mamnunam. Be careful using these words if you don't completely understand what the person said. You might try man nimi danam, I don't know, or nimi famam, I don't understand.
Step 2. Learn the days of the week.
If you are traveling, you'll need to know the days of the week so that you know when to be somewhere or when you need to check out of your lodging. Sunday, yek shanbe, Monday, doshanbe, Tuesday, se shanbe, Wednesday, chehareshanebe, Thursday, panch shanbe, Friday, jom, Saturday, shanbe. Step 3. Pick up other words to describe dates and times. You are not always going to use the day of the week to tell someone when something happened or is going to happen. You might want to say D-Roos, yesterday, Emroos, today, or Farad, tomorrow. The word for day is roos. If something happened in the morning, you would use the word sob. The word for evening is asar, while the word for night is shab. You might also use hala, which means now, or bading, which means later.
Finally, count to 10 in Farsi.
Counting to 10 is one of the first things you typically learn in any language. To count from 1 to 10 in Farsi, say yek, do, say, chahar, panch, shesh, haft, hasht, no, da. Ordinals are also important, especially if people are talking about dates. Nokhust means first, duvom means second, and sevom means third.
Method 2. Making basic conversation.
First is use salam to say hello in most settings. The word salam literally translates to peace and is used as a general greeting throughout the Muslim world. This greeting is appropriate to use with anyone, at any time of day. Another common greeting in Farsi is Darud. This is an older, more traditional greeting that means hello. If you're greeting someone who is entering your home, you might also say Khosh Amadid, which means welcome.
Step 2. Ask Halashoma Chetarast.
After saying hello, it's common in Persian cultures to ask after the other person's well-being. If the other person asks you first, you might reply Man Kubam, which means I'm doing well. If you are talking to a close friend or someone your age or younger, you might try Hale Cheto, which is a very informal, similar to saying what's up. Quote.
Step 3. Introduce yourself by saying Esmi Man.
To tell the person your name, say Esmi Man, then your name, followed by asked. For example, if your name is Sarah, you would say Esmi Man Sarah asked to ask the other person's name. Say Esmi Shoma Chast when the other person tells you their name. You might say Aj Molaghat e Shoma Khoshbakhtam,
which means nice to meet you.
You can also simply say Khoshbakhtam.
Step 4. Explain that you only speak a little Farsi.
If you're just learning Farsi but still want to have a conversation, you might say Farsam Zub Nist, which means I can't speak Persian, Farsi well. You might also say Mishe Hestita Sohbat Konad, or please speak more slowly if you're having trouble understanding the person. You could add Nemi Famam, which means I don't understand. If you would feel more comfortable talking in English, you might ask Englisi Yaad Dari, or do you speak English? Quote. Step 5. Express your gratitude by saying Mamnunam, for thank you. This is a relatively formal way to say thank you in Persian. Persians also say merci, like the French. However, this is considered a more casual expression. If the person thanks you, reply khahesh mekonam, which means, you're welcome. Other polite words in Farsi include motiashefam, sorry, lotfan, please, and bebakshid, excuse me.
Finally, end a conversation with bedrood, for goodbye.
When you're ready to part ways, this is a basic way to say goodbye. You could also say khoda hafiz, which also means goodbye. In the morning, you might also say ruja khubi dashtah bashid, which means have a nice day. Quote, if the person continues to talk to you, you might say man bayad beravam, which means I have to go.
Method 3. Asking for help. First is start with bebikshid to get someone's attention.
This word means, excuse me, and is the polite way to get someone's attention before asking them a question. Then you might say Aya mitavanat bi man komat konat, which means, can you help me? Quote, you might also say man ale injanistam if you want to tell the person, I'm not from here. Step 2. Use man komak niyaz daram to ask pointedly for help. This phrase literally means, I need help, so if you have a problem, saying this will alert them. However, you should probably be prepared to explain your problem in Farsi. Otherwise, ask Aya shem angelisi, or, do you speak English? Quote, you might also say komakam kon, which means, help me. Save this for times when something more serious is going on, not for times when you just need to ask directions or find the restroom.
Step 3. Get directions.
It can be hard to get around in an unfamiliar place, especially when all the signs are in a language you're just starting to learn. Say man gum shodam to tell someone that you are lost. Then show the person where you want to go. Having a written name, map, or photo can help. If the place you're looking for is nearby, you might say Aya mitavanat bi man nation dehid, which means, can you show me? Quote, if you just want to know where the nearest bathroom is, ask Risht Shui ko just. It's generally best to ask someone who is the same gender as you. Finally, say man marries hastam, if you feel sick. This phrase lets those around you know that you're not feeling well. If you're really bad off, you might also say man bi doctor niyaz daram, which means, I need a doctor. In an emergency situation, you might say doctor ra seda konad, call a doctor, or ambulance ra seda konad, call an ambulance.
We hope it is useful to you. Please subscribe to our channel to upskill yourself.